Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Erin OnD-mand, where I, Erin, will be sharing some very interesting news with you. As an Illinois notary, I take no credit and give God all the glory for the information that I'm about to share with you today. Welcome if you are new. Let's get started. True story, let me tell you what happened to me and why I'm making this video today. So I went to a closing. The client called me that morning on three-way with the lender asking me if I had the paperwork. And the lender was very shocked. I said, "Hi, this is Erin." He said, "Hi, this is ABC. And so I was told that you don't have the docs." And I said, "That's right. I just want to know why." I said, "Well, good morning. I'm very happy to help you close on this evening. I am an independent contractor, so I do not work with your lender. If you want to know why the docs have not been sent yet, you have to work with your lender, and your lender has to work with my title company." And he said, "Well, I just want to know." Yeah. And I said, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I don't work with your lender at all. And so the lender says, "Yeah, if you cannot do a three-way call again, she is a notary. She would not know why you don't have your docs." Now, there are times where you will actually consistently be in communication with a lender doing loan mods at all, but this was a refi. So I just clearly stated that, yeah, I'm out of the picture. I'm like a third person who your lender and the title company have to agree upon. Now, the lender does get the information of you being the loan signing agent that is going to go and close on the house. They do get that information, and I like that. And I like how I often get calls from lenders who have clients on the other line who I have been trying to contact. The client will say, "Well, I haven't heard anything." Loan mods, I am putting in all of my information about me trying to contact the client. This happened, this happened, this happened in the portal, and the lender can see that. So if the lender calls me on behalf of a client, I can say, "Yes, this happened, I have been attempting," and the lender can see all of that even prior to calling me. And then they can say, "Oh yeah, we do see that. Okay, so here's the client." Or I'll say, "No, do not patch them through because they're no longer in my portal because I have canceled due to being unsuccessful." Anyways, that was just free. Back to the refi. So that's what happened on that three-way call. I said, "Thank you so much, and I will see you this evening." And then later during the day, I got more calls, which I didn't answer because, I'm doing closings, and plus I have other things to do. I'm not just going to continue to answer. But also texts, and if I got the docs. So I would say, "Nope, haven't received the docs yet." But I'm used to, the docs coming in 2 hours or an hour before I have to close. I'm used to that. I don't mind. So that happened. Then I had a closing right before his. And I called him before that closing. I said I could possibly make it before 5. And I will text you afterward my ETA. When I got done with that closing before his, and I said, "I'm not sure if I can make it." We'll have to maybe do this later. Now, he had been waiting all day. That has nothing to do with me, but he had been waiting all day to close. And for me, I would like to give, clients, that hope and assurance that even though you've had a long day, you've been very frustrated with your lender, which lenders can be frustrating sometimes. Maybe the notary at the very end of the day, when you're about to close, can just put peace on everything and just can make all that frustration just calm now, because you know what? Now we're here, we're closing. So I wasn't sure I was going to make it before 5 or 4:30. So I said I'll possibly have to come after another appointment. Long story short, I said, "You know what? We're going to make this happen, Mr. ABC. We're going to make this happen. I'm on my way." So I get there. I said, have you already gone through all of your paperwork? He said, yes. When I get there, I pull out my journal, doing everything I'm supposed to do. I pull out my ID. I asked for their ID. Number one, I asked for their ID and I asked, could I take a picture of your ID, or do you want to make a Xerox copy of your ID? It was a couple. And they said, oh, a Xerox copy. I said, okay, that's perfectly fine. I show my ID. It was my passport card. His line of questioning was just weird. Number one, his mental state was already in question. So I just maintained my professionalism, and while even answering his questions, like he says, so why do you have a passport card? Oh, this is why his mental state was in question, because when I got done with the closing right before he said, so I'm going to report the lender to the Better Business Bureau for fraud because I've been waiting all day and I just wanted to know if you're part of this fraud. And I said, Mr. ABC, I can assure you I am a notary. I'm an independent contractor, so I don't work directly with lenders. I can show you my ID when I get there. And he said, well, how do I even know you're a notary? I said, well, you can go through the Secretary of State. It's public information. You can go to my website or you can go to the National Notary Association and look there. And he said, okay, we can go ahead and look that information up. I said, do you want me to come out and close, or do you not want me to come? And he said, oh, no, you can go ahead and come because you know you've been waiting all day. If you want me to come, let me know, or I can not come. It's either way with me. It doesn't matter, right? So he said, go ahead and come. And that's why it's like fraud. And he's like not believing me. So that's just one of the reasons why he's even more so I question, just can just sense a little bit of maybe paranoia there a little bit. I think that's okay to say. So what I got there with all this in mind, then he asked, so why passport? I know people often don't see passport cards, but because my license is expired, I don't often show that. I would like to show a valid ID. Due to COVID, yeah, I showed him my card. So he's like, why the passport card? I thought that was, trying to leave and everything. I said, oh, because I like to travel, Oconus. And in order to do that, you need a passport. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I said, so have you two traveled outside of the US? And his wife is like, oh yeah, we go here and here, here. And I looked at him, I said, okay, so you do know about a passport. And he said, oh yeah. I said, okay. And then like we're going through the papers and his wife is like, he's reading literally every single word, and that's great. That's fine. But I believe there was a little bit underlining there. So his wife is kind of like, hurry up, So when I go to have them sign my journal, I pull out my journal and I'm using the single signer journal that I was handed for free to do a file. So I'm using that. So when you open that, it's all for that client. There's no information on both pages that you could see from any other person. So you would have to flip a page, a completely new page, in order to see information on anyone else. So I'm opening it and I'm filling out the information. Sir, if you will sign here, ma'am, if you will sign there. And then he proceeds to flip back some information. So he's attempting to look through my notary journal. And with all professionalism, I slapped my hand on the book. I said, "No, sir." I said, "You may not look through my notary journal. That is illegal." I said, "I can't even give this to the police without permission. You may not look through my notary journal." And his wife put her hand on the notary journal too. She said, "You can't look through that." And he just said, "I just want to know what I'm signing." I just told you where to sign. You know where you're signing. I said sign right here and right there. You're not getting this notary journal, not today. Um, so after all that, oh, sorry, I got to get to my point. I show him my ID and he takes a picture. Now, he takes a picture. So after that, I didn't want to waste any more time there. Not because I was uncomfortable or anything like that. Absolutely not. I'm not. If I was uncomfortable, I would have left or I would not have come. But I wasn't uncomfortable at all. I just didn't want to waste any more time. I had things to do. And days passed. He sent me an email and it said, "Oh, hi, Erin. I just want to know if you can email me a copy." I said, "Would you please delete my picture from your cellular device because you didn't ask my permission?" And he did not respond to that at all. I said, "Go through your lender." I didn't hear any more communication. But what I did do after that is I contacted the Secretary of State. I told them the whole thing. I also contacted my title company, told them the whole thing, and my title company contacted his lender, CC'd me on there and a whole bunch of other people, and explained to them everything. So I was happy about that. But because all this happened, this is what I did after that. This is the identification card that I got. This guy is so quick and professional. I will never again show any clients my government or state identification. This is what it looks like. This is his information. The guy I did this through Amazon, and I'm going to put the link in the description box below so that you can get this. It is amazing. It is amazing. You put your picture that you want up there. I'm going to open this up so you can see. And I mean, it is identification. If you want to show your ID, I've had notaries. I was talking to my top associate the other day and she was like, "Yeah, there is another notary that does not show her ID." She said, because a client asked for her ID and she said, "I'm here." And then, but literally, why would we be at your house with your paperwork, you communicating with us, if we're not who we say we are? However, I think to show some kind of acknowledgement of you are who you are is, I think that you're supposed to do that. So this is the card. Guys, let me show you this identification. This is so good, right? And you can choose if you want a protection over the front. And I chose that so it's glossy. You can put anything on here. This is what mine looks like. Let me see. Okay, you see that? It's a glare. But at the top it says Erin Bolden, Mobile Notary and Associates. My picture, Erin Bolden, Mobile Notary. I should just put notary, but don't matter. And my website. And look at the watermark under there. That watermark is beautiful. Look at that watermark. It's in 2 places. Oh, 4 places. There's a watermark here, 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 and here. And it's of a globe, a beautiful color globe. This ID is so beautiful. I ordered it off Amazon. The guy was so professional. And he shows you, he sends you like that same day or the next day. I think it's the same day. He shows you a picture of what it's going to look like. Then he ships it to you. In the shipping, it says it does take 2 to 3 weeks. He shipped it off, I think, next day. And it actually got to me 2 days ago. I didn't know. 2 days ago. So from now on, and you can even choose if you want a little clip in there, a little hole right here so you can put on your lanyard. But this will be my identification from now on. This will be it right here. Oh, look how nice just it came out. So I would tell everyone, I'm going to put the link in there, you guys, and it is an Amazon affiliate link. So when you do click that link, I will receive proceeds from Amazon. But even if you don't click the link, ladies and gentlemen, go out and get this because it's so good. So there is nothing on the back, and you can do right here. Here you go. This is my ID right here. Oh, can I see? No. What do you need? No. No. And I am prepared. I stand prepared to go to court for any reason. I stand prepared, and I'll take it all the way up. So, but that's another video. Stay prepared. That's another video right there. So definitely get that. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it helped. And God bless you all until our next video. Erin On Demand.